who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
You did what you could.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets.
You ask who's to blame for this doom?
Why would the angels do this to us?
Bad luck for you, friend. Yes!
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Malthael will pay for what he has done to my city. I swear it. Patience. By the light be damned. What riches!
Get away! danger waits over there!
Not ready yet.
My personal guard is the best that money can buy. They will save us. I thank you for assisting my guards. You are a true hero. Now, let us depart before more monsters arrive.
Not yet.
Thank Akarat you were here.
This is not good.
friend.
Cower before Zakarum. Nothing can defeat the army of Westmarch.
Hurry! We've got to save my friends! This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is. King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up!
This is the worst possible time to turn on each other.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke!
That's treason, citizen. You best watch yourself.
Not ready yet.
Almost done.
I enjoyed that. Friend.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
Where did you get this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I am so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
This cannot be opened yet. What are you doing here, Necromancer?
I've come to uphold the balance. Death's minions threaten to overwhelm the living.
so they must be cold. This beacon will draw many of Death's soldiers here, to their demise. I was about to activate it.
Allow me. Patience.
It has been good fighting by your side, but I have much work left to do. Perhaps we shall meet again someday.
You are an honorable warrior, Necromancer. Haven't we seen him somewhere before? Hells is my order. Why aren't they on the...
The attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
One more!
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There's a survivors' enclave near here. Get everyone over there. Not yet.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. know why this is happening. It's madness!
Get your men to the Survivors' Enclave in the courtyard of the Zakharum Cathedral. Go! Patience.
You destroyed the Coven. You, of all people, understand what I'm doing here. Our ill-gotten treasure is behind this door. We did despicable things to amass it. Desecrated tombs, robbed corpses. Things you would never do. I was going to destroy it, but you, the Hand of Righteousness, you can use it for good.
We should tread cautiously. I'm not sure any cultist can be trusted.
By the light be damned! Impale you! Cower before Zakharum!
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
For you, friend. Not yet. I enjoyed that.
Your doubts about your order haven't dulled your appetite for battle.
I was a soldier in Westmarch before the Order took me. Fighting is in my blood.
Charming.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Power before Zakarum. Not ready yet.
What a monstrous creature!
Not yet.
Make your peace quickly.
Not ready yet. Patience. Did not do this. What happened here? dead.
Death to the nobles!
What is this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
This city is under siege. Why would you attack your own king now?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Bad luck for you, friend. Not yet.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
That Death Maiden controls the Soul Crucible.
There is no place for her in our world, so let us help her leave it.
Patience.
Call the darkness down upon yourself, mortal.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again. Shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
This is not a moment to make light.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Not ready yet. Tell me, do your visions show you an end to this slaughter?
Of course it will end. And you will live a long and happy life.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you're as so cherish that will never believe you can be happy and content. I must say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
And that is just as it should be, madam.
Altar of Sadness? Ah, well, nothing bad could happen here. Patience. Not yet.
My grandfather was buried here. I pray he isn't one of these risen dead. I'd hate to have to put him down.
Not ready yet. Patience. Not yet.
Crusade marches on! By the light be damned!
Not ready yet.
I can hear my husband moaning inside his sarcophagus. Please end his suffering. Do not struggle so, my love. This hero has come to set you free. My thanks, hero. Now we may spend eternity together.
To be freed from my torment and have my soul reunited with yours. I can't imagine a more blissful afterlife.
Wait, what is that?
Your eternity ends now. All soul.
Patience.
Malthael will die, just as Diablo did. We fight for all that is
Not ready
good.
yet.
We cannot lose.
The righteous die just as easily as the evil, Cormac. Fight every battle as if it will be your end.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
Not yet. I enjoyed that. Patience.
What made that sound?
That would be Urzael.
Who is Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let's get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress. I'm returning to town.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Yes, some of the angels have gone mad, but I will put them down.
Good.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight!
I don't feel like talking right now.
I heard... My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them! We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
If you let jealousy control you, it will take everything you have.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature. Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Durgus had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Did Zai love her?
No, but stealing from Durgus would make Zai a legend.
Those who perished without embracing Malthael are...
He's been agitated ever since he mentioned the woman. Who was she? Did she start the fire?
Looking for something. Something hidden.
I don't know what to do. He's getting worse. I fear he will not live much longer. Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Who knows? You must carry on for them, as I do for Leah, Cain, and so many others.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth. When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viscera's magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead. No one alive today would be seeking you or your sisters.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again. And this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Oh, right. Because a mob of angry women is coming for you.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
If Westmarch is overrun, you'll die on the way to Kingsport. That won't help your brother.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me. It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something's not right.
That is no guard. Damn it all! The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend. Kingsport hasn't forgotten.
Here somewhere.
Burn in the light! Not ready yet.
You die for what you did to Nigel!
Edlin! He's
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
This is not your fault. Your brother was dead before we even came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
I am so sorry, Lyndon, but we must go. Take the dagger with you. Lyndon, don't blame yourself.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are letting your grief consume you.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. No, this is something you can't understand.
You are a quiet sorcerer, huh? Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakkus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakkus was a clever man, after all.
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I, through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharum's scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty. Seen as usurpers by many, the Justinians suffered nearly constant challenges to their rule. Finally, during the reign of Justinian III, a full-fledged insurrection broke out in the outlying region of Tartarus.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice, but no one could tell a story like Deckard. I miss him, but good men and women die fighting for their cause every day. All we can do is carry on.
And you just forget about them?
Oh, I never forget. But standing around talking about them doesn't honor their memory, does it?
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what was necessary.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
That does not concern me. The prime evil is gone, and that's what matters.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Ah, you felt a call to do something else.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Cain. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Good job of it, holding off the Reapers this long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us.
And their sacrifice won't be in vain, friend.
You stopped their assault for now. Perhaps there is hope.
I can't do that here. Did you send for reinforcements? Surely you have garrisons in outlying towns.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I hadn't heard. This is much larger than I knew.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Soul Stone in some way.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
To stop him, we must know what he'll do next, and that requires understanding his plan.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Tell me about Urzael.
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why did Malthael spare you in the Tomb of Rakis?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are? Mankind has no quarrel with angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Still hurts, eh?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
You get used to it or you die. Either way, it's not a problem. Why does Malthael want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must believe he can do something with it. Why take the Black Soulstone from heaven? Why not simply destroy it?
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous Soulstones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, what then?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
We must stop them before they do this to the entire world.
We will, Cormac. For you, friend.
that!
A worthy opponent.
I enjoyed that. Not yet. Not ready yet.
Power before Zakarum.
Not yet.
Had enough.
Patience.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Bones, blood, and excrement. Another happy day on the crusade. Not ready yet.
Quickly.
Not yet. My wrath is low. Patience.
I enjoyed that.
Not even a sweat. A glorious development.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Not enough wrath. Not ready yet.
What about you? What brought you to take on the responsibilities of the world?
Need you ask? I swore my life to the Crusade, and found a purpose deeper than words can express.
Help! Someone! Is there someone there? Help us, please!
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
And that would be you?
My grandmother was the daughter of Corellon, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must make a few examples, consolidate our power, a small price to pay.
You betray your king, while the people of Westmarch are massacred in the streets. You are not worthy of the throne.
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, Crusader!
Let us have at it then, foul traitor.
Patience.
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
Not yet.
City. It will never recover, will it?
While there is life, there is hope, Cormac.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
The time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
When virtue tarries, evil smiles.
Speak again, Maltheo. I need to go back.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will ensure this never happens again.
I believe you.
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm sixth in line for the throne. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
I left home and family for a great cause as well. I understand your sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
You've had an interesting life, I'd say.
Oh, I could tell you stories. I actually knew Hedrig when he and his soon-to-be wife traveled with a Vetchen. She was beautiful. She had mystical powers of her own. I taught her a thing or two. Eventually, they were married. It was then that I had a horrific vision of what would befall them. We were friends, but there was nothing I could do. So, I shared my wine. We laughed. We danced. I wanted them to be happy for as long as possible before. She never spoke to me about it, but I think she knew.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It's still not safe out there.
I don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
I have bad news, General. The king is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
So Zai left a sign for Dirgist and got Lyria in trouble. Did he feel any guilt?
No, not then. He felt pride.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
You saw her body. She is gone.
I do not understand it, but I know she is out there, and she needs me. It is always wonderful to see you.
Cormac, you seem troubled.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
An honorable man who dedicated himself to a cause he believed righteous.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it. I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he leads the order. Do you not see?
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you. Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You are ready to put a stop to the Order's madness.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
I will be right here by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. Be ready.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation. Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother.
You're in Take this.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
Time has finally come, and we owe it all to...
Bring me that whip! It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him. Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels.
Your mind wanders to the past quite a bit, I think.
Nonsense. And about what the future can hold. Adventures lie before us. The past is so distant. The future such
Patience.
You brought this on yourself, Cormac.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
The Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
They could beat your mind into submission, but never your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar. It is good to fight with you again.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
Explain.
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
I'm going to walk away now.
You have no sense of adventure.
The boy meant well. You've made many mistakes yourself, like following me all over the world.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, now I see.
What are you talking about?
You lost your father, your wife, your apprentice. If you keep everyone far away, you cannot lose another.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
If Tyrael is helping Mal...
A good choice. Voice. You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah. Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood March to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
I wonder if this was always a marsh. We hid the Black Soulstone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same. This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Not yet.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the Blood Marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
That's too expensive. You never stop trying, Adria. I'll say that for you.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
Right.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
By the light be damned.
Not ready yet.
this is over, I'll return now to live a life of isolation until I reach enlightenment.
Surely there's a certain someone you'd miss?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Make your peace quickly. I enjoyed that. I require more wrath.
Father could never understand. He was born into privilege and wealth, and he spent every moment of his life trying to protect it. I was his flesh and blood, but he cared more about the names in books and the faces of the paintings on the walls than his living daughter.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
Do you know what fear is? The fear of who you are. The fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were. No, you could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however.
How odd. A castle. Not yet. Bad luck for you, friend. Chaff before the wind. Not ready yet. enough! Like chaff before the wind. Patience. Not ready yet. Not yet.
He asked me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man. I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
Patience.
The world is a safer place.
By the light be damned.
If I held her head under one of these blood pools.
This might be the right passage, but I have no way of knowing. Not yet. Make your peace quickly. Find another guide stone to show which sigil shows the correct entrance. Chaff before the wind.
like that. Ah, now I know which sigil marks the right passage.
I like to think the world is safer now.
Definitely not the right passage.
Power before Zakarum.
Burn in the light. Chaff before the wind.
If only Leah had never met her mother.
This is not the right entrance. Patience. Not ready yet.
The crusade marches on.
This is not the passage I'm looking for.
Power before Zakarum.
Definitely not the right passage.
By my soul!
Patience.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
The crusade marches on! I enjoyed that. Nothing stops the crusade.
Been like
Bad luck for you, friend. Cower before Zakarum. Light be damned.
Not enough wrath. It won't open. Not ready yet. Not yet.
crusade marches on!
Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
By the light be down!
Patience.
Wait here, Borath. You can join me when it's finished.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I will do what is right.
We are all counting on you.
I will bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and greater than ever. Yet I have another purpose. The lost Nephilim city of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Light be damned.
Bad luck for you, friend.
crusade marches on! Had enough! Make your peace quickly. Light be damned.
We founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
Make your peace quickly.
A well-deserved death.
Bad luck for you, friend. Chaff before the wind.
We have begun searching the marsh for the ruins of Corvus. This stinking, festering swamp is punctuated by worn blocks of stone. Perhaps these ancient sentinels are all that remain of the proud Nephilim city. No, there is more to be found. I know it.
A glorious development.
The crusade marches on. I enjoyed that.
Make your peace quickly. Marches on.
Not ready yet.
Light be damned.
Not yet.
Make your peace quickly. Burn in the light.
Not ready yet.
Had enough. Bad luck for you, friend.
Not yet.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Choose our own destiny, but you won't.
Diablo sent me a vision. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of Pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I'm returning to town.
See? Aren't you happy I didn't tell you beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster?
Why would that make me happy?
You always seem so calm. I thought you'd enjoy a surprise or two. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
Lead the way to glory.
Call me a fool, but I just...
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
Zai deserved whatever he got. Did Dirges kill him?
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh. Then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
All right, it's him or us.
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
It seems our friend Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He's clever, delaying us while his power grows with each moment.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Huh. Not through a sewer this time.